Afternoon, Guelph. My name is Mark Paralovos, and that rhymes with, well, we'll get there in a minute. And I was asked to write this column, and so I thought I'd read it out as well because that makes things easier sometimes for people to get the information. All right, so here we go. Hello, Guelph. My name is Mark Paralovos, and that rhymes with for all of us. And I'm the People's Party candidate for the Guelph riding for the October federal election. The People's Party is a new federal party started by Maxime Bernier. I'll stay away from a history lesson, and I'll get into what the party stands for and why I think it's the only real choice in October for Canada. Personal responsibility, respect, fairness, and above all, freedom. These are the core values of the People's Party of Canada. Personal responsibility is a core Canadian belief. You not only have the opportunity, but the responsibility to yourself to be everything you can be in Canada. We have equality under the law, meaning that any opportunity available to one person is available to all people, regardless of their sex, age, skin color, or religion. Opportunities are available to all who want to take advantage of them. But here's the thing, and it's important. Not everyone will have the same outcome from any given opportunity, because we are all different individuals. The People's Party believes that fully. Canada is a wonderful place to chase your dreams. Opportunities abound, and you are the one who gets to decide how you utilize them. A government that places importance on personal responsibility is one that focuses on setting up the best conditions for these opportunities to present themselves and frees both people and businesses to pursue them. It does not offer equal outcomes. Equal outcomes are not possible. I want to be part of a government that understands that we cannot pick winners and losers with the power of the government. I want a government that understands its main responsibility is to its people, and the best way to serve its people is to set up the right conditions and then get out of the way to allow you to innovate and build, to chase your dreams and the opportunities that present themselves. That makes everyone richer. That rising tide will lift all boats. Respect is also a core Canadian belief. A government that respects its citizens prioritizes its citizens above everyone else in the world. A government that respects its taxpayers' contributions spends those funds in country, fixing our own domestic issues and ensuring that every Canadian has the opportunity to improve themselves to the best of their ability. Reliably sending $5 billion taxpayer dollars out of Canada every year is terribly disrespectful to the contribution tax-paying citizens make. It limits Canada's ability to fix domestic issues and does not meaningfully help the countries we send the money to. It often destroys markets when food is sent, and it reduces the value of locally grown food, for example. It's a similar welfare trap the provinces are currently dealing with regarding equalization payments. No incentive for the provinces to develop their own wealth, so they continue to take more and more centrally distributed monies. That money comes out of our taxes. To be clear, in an emergency, I have no problem with Canada sending funds and resources to help a country in need, but the practice of reliably sending a large chunk of our tax revenue out of country should be stopped immediately. It's disrespectful to the taxpayer and to the country receiving the funds. Fairness, I think, should be inherent in all the government does. In the last few years, the practice of governments picking winners and losers has been on full display. Fairness is certainly not giving hundreds of millions of dollars in bailouts to dying media companies and giving millions to big multinational companies like Toyota and Loblaws, while ignoring the struggles Alberta is facing. Ignoring the struggles of everyday Canadians. Fairness is not allowing crony insiders to put pressure on the Attorney General when they don't get what they want in the SNC Lavalin disaster. Fairness is not bundling criminal code changes into omnibus budget bills, Bill C-74. The Liberals have done all of these things. A People's Party government will restore sanity to an out-of-control Ottawa. This all leads to freedom. When we are free to decide our own course, able to spend our money the way we want and invest the way we want, we are able to focus on what's important. Imagine making enough money that your partner doesn't need a job and can stay home to raise the kids. Imagine having enough to meaningfully save for your retirement. As it stands, approximately 42% of the average Canadian's paycheck goes to taxes. And freedom is not just about tax money. Freedom extends to our speech, both online and in real life. That's a whole other column, and one I'll write before the election, but it's an important one to note. If we have the freedom to make our own choices, that makes us stronger. If we have the agency to make our own choices, we might fail, but we will learn and improve with time, and that's the beauty of freedom. With the current majority Liberals, these tenets have been largely ignored in favor of draconian laws and shaming anyone who disagrees with their policies. The last 3.5 years under the Trudeau government have been the most divisive and rhetoric-filled I've ever experienced. That's not Stephen Harper's fault. That's Justin Trudeau's style of governing. from calling a Quebec grandmother racist for daring to question Trudeau's spending on non-citizens. At the time, in 2018, it was $173 million spent by the province of Quebec. It's much higher now. To Trudeau using the power of the Privy Council and the Prime Minister's office to shut down and remove his Attorney General when she wouldn't give SNC-Lavalin access to a deferred prosecution agreement. This government has used every dirty trick in the book to try and maintain control and shut down opposition. In doing so, they've eroded our institutions and chipped away at personal freedoms. No longer are we able to question the spending of our government without being called names and being roughed up by security. No longer are we allowed to determine how more than 40% of our earned money is spent. No longer are we even allowed to discuss these things on Facebook for fear of being banned from that platform and others. The Liberal government has proven over and over that they cannot be trusted to govern this country in a way that Canadians want. Trudeau promised transparency and accountability. We got SNC-Lavalin, Vice Admiral Mark Norman's awful treatment. Thank you for your donation and many other scandals. This government failed on the NAFTA negotiation and embarrassed Canada on the world stage. Canada's back. Trudeau has not delivered. Not domestically, not internationally. He didn't even come close. In fact, I think Mr. Trudeau has caused colossal damage to storied Canadian institutions. A People's Party government is the only pathway to a government that is fair, respects you, expects you to take personal responsibility for your life, and wants you to be free. In light of Trudeau's failures, his administration shouldn't be trusted to govern Canada after October 2019. Honestly, they shouldn't be trusted now. Vote for me, Mark Paralovos, for Guelph in October 2019. And that rhymes with for all of us. I know I say that a lot. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful weekend.